Whenever I think about like that far back, I think about being chased by dogs. Yo, it's Skai, and you're watching First with RapTV. First Impulsive Tattoo. I feel like all of these are impulsive. I'm kind of impulsive person. This was my first one, and they were all impulsive, so probably that one. First time I decided to change my pronouns, maybe 2019. That's when I was just more public about it. I don't think it was like a thing that went public. It was more just like I understood it enough. I never really had to have the conversations for like back home. Coming from like my city being like Jamaican and shit, like there's definitely different perceptions I received back home. But in general, like I'm about freedom and just like feeling free. First celebrity crush, Selena Gomez was my answer. It was definitely like Wizards of Waverly Place, for sure. I think that was the only thing I ever saw her in, to be honest. First time working with Lil Uzi. I think I was 2022, but he hit me through Instagram while I was still in the UK. And then I came back maybe the next month and we got in the studio. But we went to Wawa on the way. I definitely got a chocolate chip cookie. First reason I chose to get my nails done. The first time I did it, I don't even know. I mean, I probably just didn't want like fucked up nails. You feel me? Like, I probably just wanted my nails like a little cuter than they were. I think it just I just kind of like felt more like free and creative with it the more I did it. You feel me? But I don't think there was really a reason. You feel me? First night out with Lil Nas X. I think we went to the Box in London that first time. I won't say what I saw in there, but first time questioning my sexuality. I don't think it was ever really a question, to be honest. I think I had a very clear journey growing up and at least a very clear education on energy. I was never really questioning what I was attracted to. It was more about what energy I align with as a person. First memory from high school. I actually fell in love in high school a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, bro, I used to, especially when I was younger, I fall in love all the time, so. First rapper I looked up to growing up, definitely Kanye. It was definitely my dad that put me onto him. First time feeling comfortable in my own skin. I've always felt comfortable in myself, but again, I feel like my skin is always changing, so it's like content in my skin. You feel me? First person to influence my fashion, probably my father again. He put me onto a lot of, I mean, whatever was going on at that time, like 2008, a lot of like Wayne, Pharrell, like Kanye style. Which I think at first I was using a lot of like the color reference. But I think now I'm more about like the proportions they were using back then. First crazy memory from my childhood, getting chased by dogs probably. That's whenever I think about like that far back, I think about being chased by dogs. I mean, there'd be dogs like in them type of areas, I guess. Sometimes they get out, you feel me? But no, I never got caught. First song I ever made. It's hard to remember, bro. I've been making music for such a long time. Like maybe Milan Fashion Week. I had a song called maybe like Milan Fashion Week. It's probably that. Yeah, I mean, I was producing from a very young age, so I definitely had like shit in my like phone and iPad forever. Never really took it serious. First way my childhood shaped me, probably my experience with my mother, for real. Nah, but she's always been very spiritual, very like about protecting your energy. At least from what I perceive, you know what I mean? So I definitely like carry that with me now, for sure. First way my sound has evolved. I feel like every time I'm like making music, I'm evolving in some way. I kind of look at the studio as like the gym. But I feel like for every album I make, it just like is different in a way. Happy Hour was like, I definitely didn't know I wasn't even producing back then. So like, it's definitely different to like what's coming out now. First job I ever had. I had one job. I don't know if they have it out here. It's like you're in like an agency and they like assign you to different places. Okay, so I was with my cousin for a week and we were doing it, and then I think he left, so I was like, I'm out of this. And then I just started making music. I just didn't go back, essentially. First live performance. I think my first show was 2019. It was in London with Cyrus. And I remember just like having no idea what I was doing the whole time. But I think it went relatively well for what the fuck was going on back then, you feel me? The first way I describe my music, I'd probably say fluid. I've been using the word fluid a lot, like in general, so fluid probably. First lesson I learned in the rap game, keep your ideas to yourself. First piece of advice I give, keep your ideas to yourself. That was First with RapTV.